All right, let's talk about padding and margin. Padding and margin are two things of the same coin. They're two sides of the same coin, but they do different things for a different reason. So let's go ahead and start off by creating a box. And this box is going to have a width of 100, not 100%. That's way too much. Let's do 200 pixels. Height of 200 pixels. And a border of 1 pixel solid, nope, dashed blue, something like that. And all I want here is some sort of box to show up. And so in here I can type div box and it creates a box for me. And look at that, standard box, nothing fancy. Now, when I right click on here and go to inspect, I can actually see that this is a block element. It's taking up all this extra width over here. But if I scroll down in my styles area, so I clicked on elements, and clicked on my element, the box, click on styles, and scroll all the way down, we can see that there's padding, margin, and border. And so this is our element here. It's 200 by 200. It's exactly what we set it to be. Then there's padding. That's spacing on the inside of the border. Then there's the border itself, and then the margin around it. So let's talk about padding. Padding is going to be on the inside. So we can do a nice example like this. So example of text. There's a weird way of saying that. Refresh this page and it says example of text. Now, if I wanted to add some padding so that my text doesn't hug that border, we need some sort of spacing on the inside, and that is called padding. So we do padding, and let's add 10 pixels. And that just sort of widens it. It widens the gap between the content and the border. And if we scroll on down, we can see that our inner content is still 200 by 200. The padding is 10 pixels on either side, on all four sides. We have a 1 pixel border, and there's no margin. Now, a lot like with our border radius, and I'm going to add that padding in here, padding 10 pixels. A lot like our border radius, we have top, right, bottom, and left. And we can actually see that in here. We have top, right, bottom, left. And there's a shorthand way of writing 10 pixels, 15, 20, 30. We could change all of that. So we could say, let's first of all comment this out. We could say padding 10 pixels, that's the top. Then let's do this. Top, right, bottom, left. It goes in clockwise direction. So 10 pixels on the top, 15 pixels on the right, 20 pixels on the bottom, 25 pixels on the left. Refresh our page and we can see that, yep, it definitely did something over here. And when I click this and go over here, we can see top is 10, right is 15, bottom is 20, left is 25. And so that's how we add spacing on the inside of an element. This is very, very, very important. In the next lesson, I'm going to talk about margin, which is essentially the exact same thing, but the spacing doesn't live within the border, it lives just outside of the border.